In the previous episode, you saw how we landscaped the 4 levels of the garden around house number 2. And you also saw that we poured the final self-leveling screed inside the house. Today we do the next step. This is Edita and Maciek from Borgo Dicciano. At the end of 2021, we bought a property in Tuscany, Italy, which we bring back to life to not only live in, but also to create a dream vacation destination for you. Our property contains 5 old buildings and several hectares of land. And today we're working on installation of plasterboard mounting, installation of hidden skirting boards, and a new project in the parking area. To install plasterboard on interior walls, so those not covered with insulation foil, we decided to use this type of clips. They're designed to take up minimal space, which is always important to us, and to be relatively easy and quick to install because the process is repeatable. Installation is accomplished with a single screw. Clips are mounted every 60 cm at the maximum and then leveled. You'll see this later in the video. We need to cover every wall where plasterboard will be installed with them. After installing the small plates on the wall, they leveled, both in terms of distance from the wall using the screws tightening force and inclination in each direction. So this is what the walls look like when they're ready for plasterboard installation. The next step is installing the hidden skirting boards. Once the renovation is complete, they should create this effect. We install them at the bottom and top of the wall, creating an expansion joint between the floor, wall and ceiling. Our skirting boards are brushed steel because that's the color we're choosing for the rest of the accessories. And the walls will be covered with grey beige micro cement, just like in house number 1. We didn't use these boards in house number 1 because they weren't available on the market at the time in the form we wanted. So we took a risk and created a seamless space without expansion joints. Depending on the wall, it looks slightly different. The skirting board includes a shelf, which you see right now, on which the plasterboard rests, creating the previously mentioned effect. To be able to continue working with the plasterboard, Maciek also covered all the joints in the first layer of plasterboard on the walls where the insulation is underneath. The work seems easy and pleasant, but that's just the facade. Maciek has developed more calluses on his hands here than on any other task. so definitely a break is needed. We drink coffee twice a day, and since we usually rush through most tasks due to the intensity of work, we try to get those 5 minutes of peace and quiet over coffee. We hope that after the renovations are completed, we'll be able to enjoy a little more of that peace. While spending time in Italy on vacation before buying our property, Italian coffee always tasted us more than in other countries. But honestly, we thought it was simply the atmosphere of local cafes. When we started looking for a local Italian coffee roastery to create our own blend of coffee beans, it turned out that Italian coffee is more than just a name. It's carefully roasted beans, dark roasted at a higher temperature. This gives them a more intense flavor, but contrary to appearances, it's not bitter or sour. All our friends who drink our coffee confirm this. And the huge plus is that our roastery roasts the coffee for us just before shipping it to you. Hence the option to pre-order, so you receive it super fresh. The address of our online store you can find at the end of the video or in the description.
Na dół. Tu cię przyniosę.
And the rest of the beans just need to be wrapped in a package and stored in the cupboard. This is what the space we selected for the parking area looked like shortly after purchasing the property. We mowed the bushes and hardened the area to create space for storing the construction materials that would soon arrive. Then, when the construction crew joined us, we also built a retaining stone wall along it, and step by step, the parking area began to take on more and more functionality and appearance. Now it's time for the next step. This space will house something that isn't a dream, but a necessity. And this is the only functional space where it can be built. We're building a carport that will house photovoltaic panels on the roof that will power all the buildings. But let's start with the basics. The concrete slab. The entire structure was designed by our geometra, the same one who creates our technical building designs. We're building this carport at the expense of the square footage of one of our future buildings. Therefore, when buying a property in Italy for general renovation, it's worth considering a slightly larger square footage, especially if you feel you need to add anything in the future. The structure is designed to withstand strong winds and potential earthquakes, but I'll cover that in upcoming episodes. The area is 25 by 5 meters. 4 concrete mixers had to deliver concrete. Dry stone wall was added here and in one place along the entrance road where it was missing. To share our little piece of Tuscany with you, we work with local farmers and artisans to create the finest products. Check them out in our online store.